I'm Peter Stratovis, your moderator for this evening's discussion of globalization on 99.9 XFM Radio 1. Joining me in the discussion is Laura Arbusto, a fellow at Pepperdine University, whose research centers on international trade and economics, and Timothy Mulholland, Professor Emeritus of International Studies at the University of Kentucky. So, Ms. Arbusto, Professor Mulholland, how would you describe the pros and cons of globalization in the 21st century?
Well, there are plenty of people who would say that globalization is more about the dominance of developed countries in decision-making at the expense of poorer, less powerful nations.
But Laura, does globalization only benefit the rich, or can the poor take advantage of it to improve their lives?
Yes and yes.
Really, Peter, Laura's right. There are so many issues to deal with in terms of globalization, such as trade, technology, health, environment, human rights, human migration, culture, and education, just to name a few. You can't simply point to success stories like the global popularity of MP3 players or the ubiquitous presence of fast food restaurants around the world. There is more to globalization than meets the eye.
I agree with Professor Mulholland. An elderly friend of mine is auditing a university geography class that specifically explores the connections of globalization to the things that we use daily, from food to cars to clothes to a hierarchy of whom it affects, from the profiteers to the worker bees.